Hello, welcome to Buddha Astro. In the last class, we discussed events related to the marriage and childbirth. If you haven't seen the video, please go and watch so that you can time the event easily. Today, we will talk about job and profession timing, how Bhrigu Chakra Paddhati can be used for timing of job and profession. If you are new on my channel, please subscribe it. Let's talk about this. Directly, we come on the examples. I presume that you already know the basics of astrology before learning this technique because basics are very much requirement if you want to master Bhrigu Chakra Paddhati. Let's see some examples. This native got first job in December 2014. Running year is 26th. BCP house is second house. Look for the BCP house, second house. Second house has the sign of Virgo. So remember these two, Virgo and Virgo significations of Virgo as well as significations of the second house. Now see if any planet is aspecting. Yes, this Mars is aspecting, which is the ninth lord and fourth lord. Now see BCP house lord sitting in the sixth house. Now second house has the natural sixth house sign. Lord is also going and sitting in the sixth house. So sixth house becomes also important in this BCP year. Now see sixth lord sitting in the fifth house and aspecting this. Saturn, which is the sixth lord, aspecting this second house by the 10th aspect. So what is, see, Mars is ninth lord as well as Saturn, which is the dispositor of BCP lord, also sitting in the ninth sign. So some fortunate event may take place in this particular year. So native got job, income get started also. This Mercury is the 11th lord of income also. So in the same year, income also get started. This is how you can time it. Now see what I have written is event could not happen in the 25th year. If you see 25th year means Lagna. So when Lagna will get activated, you can see natural sign of fifth house sign and Lord is also going and sitting in the fifth house. So fifth house becomes important. Now fifth Lord Sun, which is the Lagna Lord Sun sitting in the fifth house and sitting with the Saturn, which is the sixth Lord and Karaka also. So this year must give native job, but job could not happen in the 25th year. What can be the reason? First reason can be because of the presence of Ketu, because Ketu already a retrograde planet, as well as Ketu is also obstructor Karaka, right? That's why event could not happen in this year. So in the next year, when 26th year was activated, Mercury gave the event related to the job. Let's see next. This male native got first job in 27th November 1989. Running year was 25th. BCP house was the first house. First house is Lagna, has sign of Sagittarius, natural ninth house sign. Lord is sitting in the fifth house. Now see this house, which is Lagna, also aspected by the fifth Lord Mars from the 10th house, and Jupiter, which is the BCP house Lord, also aspected by the Mars. So fifth house becomes important. So some new opportunity will come and identity can take place because Lagna is getting activated. Lagna is self identity, profession also. Now this Jupiter is aspected by the Mars. Now see how aspect work. Fifth lord sitting in the 10th house and then aspecting it. It means some new opportunity, which is because fifth house is new opportunity related to the job or career or promotion also. Because Mars sitting in the 10th house, then aspecting it. BCP house lord as well as the BCP house. So event take place. Now see what I have written is this event is indicated in the 24th year also. Now if you see 24th year will be the 12th house. Again here Ketu is sitting. 12th house has the sign of Scorpio and 12th lord directly sitting in the 10th house. So this year also indicates event related to the job. But since Mars is retrograde, at the same time, Ketu is also sitting in the 12th house. So this year could not give event related to the job. Although this house is also aspected by the Saturn, which is the Karaka. But event could not happen. As soon as, because house has Ketu as well as house lord is retrograde. But see, as soon as Lagna got activated, now Jupiter becomes the BCP lord, not Mars. So now this Mars cannot affect this Jupiter by the retrogression, right? Saturn is also aspecting this. So yes, event happened in the Lagna. So if this such kind of client comes and you see the promise of same event in the previous year also, then you can tell openly that either in the previous year or in the current year you can get the job. Now see, loss of job happened in the July 2015. Running year was 25th. PCP house's first house. If you see first house as the retrograde Saturn, sign is Capricorn, Lagna is also profession, Moon is also sitting, which is the seventh lord. Seventh house is also 10th from 10th. Now this house is aspected by the Venus, which is the Yoga Karaka, as well as the 10th lord also. Jupiter, which is the exalted, it is the 12th lord, and Mars, which is the 4th lord and 11th lord. So several events can happen in this particular year, but we are focusing on the job. Now, why loss of the job? Because house and house lord both are aspected by the Jupiter, which is the 12th lord, and Jupiter is also exalted, so it has full strength. At the same time, Mars is also debilitated here. Now, there is a Neech Bhang Raj Yoga, but it doesn't happen until and unless there will be a Nicha effect also. Until and unless there is not a Nicha effect, Bhanga is not will be there. That's why now if you see, loss of job could happen in the previous year also. If you see this previous year, that is the 12th house, running year will be the 24th. Rahu is there. It's Lord Jupiter already sitting in the 7th house with the 10th Lord and with the Mars, which is the debilitated, it is 11th and 4th Lord. But it could not give. Why? Because 12th house Lord is exalted, it is not weak. But as soon as this Saturn Lagna Lord becomes the BCP house Lord, this Jupiter gave its effect, and Saturn is also retrograde. So loss of job happened as soon as Lagna get started. Now you see, this loss of job happened in the July 2015, and this native birth is June 29. So as soon as July started, just running year, as soon as just year started, this native lost the job. This is how the retrograde planet affect or give effect. Let's see next. This native got service in a government department, lower division clerk, 31st May 1973. Running years 21st, BCP house is 9th house. BCP house is 9th house. This 9th house, so some fortunate event may take place. 9th house. 9th house has Mercury, which is the 5th lord, so it is also again good. Sun, which is Karak of government, job also, because Sun is also Karak of 10th house. And Moon is also sitting there, which is the 6th lord of service. This 9th lord also sitting in the 10th house. So yes, event can be possible related to the government job also. So native got a job. Now this house is aspected by this Jupiter, which is the 11th lord as well as the second lord of money. Now see next event. Native got promoted in a job on 26th November 1979. Running year is 28th. BCP house is 4th house. You see fourth house. Fourth house has the sign of Taurus, natural second house sign of money, as well as aspected by the Venus, which is the ninth lord and fourth lord also. So it is Yokaraka. Now again see this Venus ninth lord sitting in the 10th house and aspecting the fourth house. So some fortunate event related to the job can happen in this particular BCP year also, because because Venus itself is the fourth lord and aspecting it from the 10th house, right? This native got promoted in his 35th year, January 1987, after qualifying departmental exams. Running year is 2035th. BCP house is 11th house. Now see, 11th house has the Mars, which is the 10th lord of promotion. 11th house is itself achievement. Now Mars is there. Mars is Karak of competition. So this native qualified departmental exam. And this Mars is the third lord. So there will be the uh, parakram also. Parakram in the sense efforts, self efforts. And exchange between the Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter is aspecting it. So this event happened. Now see how this retrograde Jupiter is working. Because this 35th year, because this Mars is the 10th lord sitting in the 11th house. So these two consecutive houses have relationship with each other. Now let's focus on the 34th year, which will be the 10th house. You can see 10th house has the Venus, natural Yogaraka planet. Also 10th house is naturally house of promotion and Lord is sitting in the 11th house. So it should give this event in the 34th year also. But it could not give. Why? Because when 10th house got activated, Mars was the 10th lord, and this Mars is aspected by the retrograde Jupiter. So it could not give effect. Retrogression gave Jupiter, which is retrograde, gave effect. So Mars could not give event when 10th house was activated. But as soon as 11th house was activated, 11th lord Jupiter itself become the BCP house lord. That's why it gave the event, not denied it. This is how retrograde Jupiter is working. What I have observed is several different retrograde planets work differently also. They do not work like same. I have seen that if Jupiter is retrograde and as soon as Jupiter itself became the BCP house lord, it do not deny any event. While Saturn when is retrograde and activated, it denies event like you see in the previous examples. So this is how I will make another video on the retrogression, but this is how retrograde planet give effect. I will elaborate more in those videos. Let's see next. This native joined a job in the officer cadre on 30 July 2000. Running year will be 23rd, BCP house 11th house. So 11th house is naturally house of achievement or success, house of promotion, job, etc. Anything because it is the fulfillment of desires. Now 11th house has the moon, which is the 12th lord, but it is sitting with the Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th lord as well as benefic also, because Jupiter is 5th lord. And this Jupiter having an exchange with the Mercury. Mercury is the 11th lord as well as the second lord of money. Now how exchange work? Exchange is working between these two houses. Look for the houses where exchange planet are sitting. Here exchange is happening between the 5th house and 11th house. It means whenever these two houses will activated, Mercury also give result of the Jupiter and Jupiter will also give result of the Mercury apart from their own effect. Now see here this Jupiter is retrograde. This is aspecting the BCP house lord, but it did not deny the event. Similar case was the previous case. But in the previous case, Jupiter is also having exchange with the Mars, right? But this Jupiter denied when 10th house was activated. Maybe because it is sitting 6th from 10th house. Here it is sitting in the BCP house itself. And 1/7 access is having exchange. So this native got a job at the officer cadre because 11th house got gave her the job. So 11th house is higher things. This is how you can time an event. Next, this male native got first job on 4 September 2000 2006, running year 23rd, BCP house is 11th house. This is the 11th house. As I already told you that 11th house can give you anything. This 11th house lord sitting in the 8th house in own sign, Jupiter itself, and aspected by the Saturn, which is the 10th lord. Jupiter itself the Karak of profession also. Do not forget it. Now, apart from this, this Jupiter is aspected by the Venus and Sun. Who is the Venus? Venus is the 6th lord as well as the Lagna lord. So, benefic connections are already there. And Sun is the 4th lord. So, native got first job. Now, see, if you focus in the previous year, which I have written is that event could not happen in the 22nd year. When 22nd year was activated, it means 10th house will be activated. 10th lord is itself Saturn sitting in the 6th house. So it is indicating job. But this Saturn is retrograde. It is also sitting with the Mars, which is enemy planet, and Mars is 12th lord also here. So when 10th house was activated, it did not give the event related to the job to this person. But as soon as this Jupiter became activated by the 11th house lord, this Jupiter gave him the job also. Now again you see Jupiter is retrograde sitting in the own sign, so it is not denying the event. While Saturn, which is the BCP house lord, denying the event, even if it is sitting in the exalted sign. Second job, May 2010, running year 26, the BCP house, second house. Second house is also because it is the trine house of 6th and 10th house, and Venus is already sitting there, which is the 6th lord. Sun is sitting there, Karak of job also. Sun is also Karak of job, right? So second job happened. Now third job happened in January 2011, running year 27th, BCP house will be the third house. Now see, third house got activated. Third house has the Mercury, which is the second lord, and third lord Moon sitting in the fourth house, aspecting the 10th house. At the same time, this retrograde Saturn is also aspecting this Mercury, right? By the 10th aspect, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So, job change can happen. Now you see the effect of Saturn also. This retrograde Saturn, which is the 10th lord sitting in the 6th house, aspecting this Mercury. So, this Saturn retrogression of the Saturn effect gave again the change in the job also in the 27th year. Now, why this Saturn did not give when this house was active, second house was active? Because second job also happened in the 26th year. When second house was active, because second house is not aspected by the Saturn, but the Saturn aspecting the BCP house where the Mercury is sitting, which is the second lord, as well as the fifth lord of new opportunity. That's why again change in the job happened. Now, when already this chart has multiple changes in the job, because 10th lord Saturn sitting in the exaltation sign in the 6th house and retrograde, setting Mars also, which is the 12th lord. So changes in the job will happen at least 2-3 times. Now these are the practical examples for you, whatever you have studied right now. Case study 7, this is the case study 7 written here. Now you tell me whether the marriage can happen in the 23rd year or 24th year for this female native. For this female native, 23rd year will be the 11th house and 24th year will be the 12th house. Now you tell me whether marriage can happen or any indication of marriage you are getting or not. Similarly, BCP5 chart, this is the BCP5 chart. Now you tell me job related event may happen in the 26th year for this native or not. 26th year will be the second house. So job related event like change of job or any other changes of, why? Because this Saturn is itself the lord of second house. So when 26th year will activated, whether it will give event related to job change or not. Now you comment down in the comment section whether you have understood the technique or not. So before I make the next video on foreign travel and residence, I think, because I have explained all the events, I have explained events related to education, then marriage, then childbirth, then I think property also, and now it is related to the job and profession. Now finally I will teach you related to the foreign travel and residence. Then we will talk about the like next version of the BCP. How in a particular year other things can be seen using different lagnas. So thank you so much. Please subscribe so that it can motivate me. Thank you.